Good afternoon. This is Deb Amlen for the New York Times, and welcome back to Crosswords Live. We are very happy to welcome a special guest today. First, I'd like to say hi to my solving buddy, Sam Ezersky. How you doing, Sam?
Doing all right. Good to be back.
Yes,
Fun, exciting time for Crossers Live today. I'm looking forward to it.
it's Thursday, so we have a tricky one, but we would also like to welcome our special guest, Chris Cillizza. Welcome, Chris.
Hey y'all. I was kind of hoping that this show ran on Mondays so that I could look as smart as humanly possible. But at least it's not. At least this is not a special Saturday crossword.
No. What's funny? This does have a trick to it today, which is the reason Thursdays are my personal favorite day of the week. But that's not going to be a problem. We are here to support everybody. That's the whole point behind Crosswords Live and Wordplay is we're here to help you solve. So we're
I
going to
can
do
use
it.
you guys at all times, Deb. Now, I just so you know, I brought, though I won't use it. So I do the puzzle during the week and Saturday on my phone through the app.
Right.
But on Sunday we get the times here at my house, and I do the magazine, the Sunday puzzle on
Old school.
paper, exactly, old school.
Wonderful.
And I have this pen. I don't know if you can totally see it, but I have
Oh,
this
so
pen.
cool.
Well, it's a pencil that is
Okay.
because I'm not active. That is a crossword pencil that my dad, who passed away in May, had, and I went back to where I grew up in Connecticut and was just going through some stuff with my mom. I'm an only child, going through some stuff with my mom, and found that pencil and thought, you know what, I'm going to take that one. Help me remember him every Sunday. So I have that with me, though I will not be writing on my computer screen.
You know
It'll
what?
make you that
I
much of a
need
better
all
song,
your
huh?
special talismans. I'm sorry about your dad, but
Thank
we're
you.
very happy that you could be with us today.
Thank you.
Uh, Today's puzzle is by Evan Kalish. I think it's Kalish or Kalish, Sam.
I should know this too. I talked to Evan a bunch. Evan's probably going to be watching the stream at some point.
I'm sure he will,
Hi,
and
Evan. I
he'll
think
let
he's
us
going to be
know.
thrilled to be here.
We'll split the difference and make it somewhere between a long A and a short A. But at any rate, this puzzle is by Evan Kalish, and this is his 12th puzzle for the New York Times. He is one of my favorite constructors right now. I think that he has a great eye for themes, especially on tricky Thursdays. I think you're really going to like this one, Chris. We may get a really good aha moment out of you.
We're looking forward to this. This will be fun.
That's right. Now, when you start solving, Chris, where do you normally start in a puzzle?
So I do, I think, like the most traditional thing possible, which is I start on a cross and I just go through what I know, but that breaks down as soon as I see one I definitely know. So looking at it, I just looked at, and by the way, just for the record, I almost always at 10 o'clock at night when the puzzle comes up on my app, I almost always do it while my wife and I are watching television.
Hey.
But I resisted doing it last night because I knew I was going to do this. And I know you can do it in advance, but that like took some of the fun away from it for me. So I thought, even if it makes me look dumb at times, I thought better to try to do it just looking at it.
We promise you, you're not going to look dumb.
All is going to be
Well, it
good.
wouldn't be the first
Crosswords
time.
Live. I think that shows amazing restraint, and I'm happy that you're going to solve it for the first time because I love watching people's faces when they first get a theme like this.
Yeah, so well, I will start because sports is my bailiwick. I will start one down. One down is my favorite New York team, the New York Mets.
There you go.
Jacob DeGrom. So that's Jacob, right? So that one I know.
He's the best
You
pitcher in
and
New
Sam
York.
have a lot in common.
And
These
his
are always my gimmies.
well, my kids always. I have two boys who are 11 and 7, and my kids are hugely into sports, and they all want to grow their hair longer because I mean, DeGrom has now cut his hair, but he had very long hair at one point, and they were very into that. Now, I also spend a lot of time on Twitter, so I know that the Jeopardy genius is Ken Jennings, 4 down.
Right.
Boom. Got that. Off to the races, just like that.
Yeah, and then I'm just going to continue just because I'm looking. 10, I would assume, is Downton Abbey.
You would assume correct.
Since it fits, I think. Okay. Let's see. Can we go back up, Sam, to one across?
Yes.
Classic. Oh, that's okay. So one across is Jackass. I
Right
can't believe
there
it
at one
took me that
across.
long to figure that out, but there's only that was when MTV stopped showing videos. All right, so then let's do 2 down, obsolescence stores, nice, 5 down. So then what happened, I presume, is and.
You got it.
What red might mean is probably stop.
It is stop. You're also this is
Very
dude,
good.
this is
Look
looking
at this.
easy.
We're doing this.
Well, don't give me too much credit here. What,
That's
so what is
okay.
15 across?
15 across. Firm and away.
Certain fair. Okay, so this is a good one. This is, I didn't know this, but my wife's favorite food in the world is corn dogs. So 17 is corn dog. I'm almost sure.
Wow.
Well, then this
you go.
puzzle's for you.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, hold on.
I'm sorry.
That's my.
Cillizza has to take a call.
No, don't worry. I will ignore all things in support of this. All right, so now Sam, if you don't mind, let's start up at 1 across, and let me just go through it and see if anything jumps out at me.
Okay.
Do you want to stay in the top corner?
Yeah, can we? 22, I assume. Well, I don't know. No, that's not right. See, at 22, I thought was Mothra, but it's obviously not. 25, ending with slug or gab. That should be fest.
It should be.
There you go.
Okay.
And just so you know, Chris, we have our viewers putting guesses for the answers in the comments. So if you need to phone a friend, let me know.
There are many friends here.
All right, let's keep going down, Sam. You can scroll down to let me see if there's any other ones that are fill in. So crow, 40 down has to be crow, CRO.
Where was that? Oh, 40
down.
Yes,
Sorry.
Boom. No, you're good.
Just looking. Oh gosh, I used to know George Eliot's real name.
While you're thinking, Evan is here, the constructor of the puzzle, and he says it's Kalish, though either option is better than what they did at my elementary school graduation. Oh dear, I don't know if we want to hear about that post, Evan. But
all right, so let's go. Let me see what I can do with ones I already have here. So let's go. Let's start up at across. Let me see what I can do with 8 and go from there. Sam.
Oh yeah, in the top right.
Oh, common recyclable. Ugh. 50 Shades of Gray, involving crystals and incense. Oy. Well, I thought I would do better.
Well, sometimes we light the incense and the crystal.
That's what I need
to get through the solve.
I feel like I should get 15 across, firm in a way. But what's 2 down?
Well, I would say it's just the way I like it, but I wouldn't want that to be, misinterpreted.
It is multiple words. I'll say that.
Yeah.
Oh.
B323 Jiminy, I think, says this was a really good puzzle, Postlandia, which is Evan's screen name.
Nice.
So nice shout out to Evan. And we have a lot of our usual solvers here.
Oh man, they're probably already done.
No, they're solving along with
off in Empire Strikes Back. Is that 3 letters, Sam?
It is.
Icy?
There you
icy.
go.
Well done. Sometimes you just know it.
And
this character ends in an I.
I have to tell you, I Googled that because I had never seen it. And I'm not sure if I regret it or not. But
there was a it was either Wednesdays or Tuesdays. There was another good Godzilla clue in there. And again, I tried to put Mothra in. And again, I only know just the one. It was like
this is nothing like the Mothra films, Chris. This is entirely different, but it's brilliant and twisted.
Oh, gosh,
it's all black and white, though.
I don't know. 29 across. Let's see.
Part of the Constitution.
Oh my gosh, I really should get this. Part of the Constitution establishing the executive branch. This is not good that I don't have that.
Well, that's okay. Maybe we can get some crossings, and that will help you out.
Narrative. Yeah, that's a
Subpar
good one.
performance with a question mark.
Can we
Subpar
just throw in
performance.
a couple of guesses from our viewers?
Yes, please.
Okay. Valeria Silvestri says 2 down is aloha.
Low or goodbye is low. Boom.
Dang it. And that's such a common one. I should know that.
Oh, it was a tough clue though.
Okay,
honestly.
so firm in a way then is al dente.
It is al
There you
dente.
go.
Okay.
You have 3 down
See,
now.
it's not nearly as lascivious as you thought it was.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, I got thrown off by that. So then 3 down is CD-ROM.
There you go. And now what is 22 across?
Bambi.
There you go.
Bambi,
Is that a
Disney
real
does it.
thing?
It really is, and you need to Google it when this is over.
I
You
was
might
like,
regret it, you
I
might
was like, what other possibly could be BAM blank I? There's not a
Right.
lot of options.
But see,
Marilyn
that's-
Johnson is thank you, Marilyn. She says the wordplay column was very helpful today. This is, yes, a lot of people have not seen this kind of clue if you're a newer solver, but hang in there because this is the kind of thing you will see once in a while. And once you've seen it, you will marvel at it.
What is 7 down, Sam? I feel like I want to go with
blank
last shot.
lily.
Ah,
Sometimes you just know your plants. Sometimes you don't. This
Yeah,
is
I was going
not
to say, I
the-
am not
Yeah.
in the know your plants. Now, I assume it has to be a vowel.
It does
Yeah.
have to be a vowel. Did you
But I
read
don't
the
know-
sign
oh,
of the
was-
4?
What? No, because I was just going to say cause of death for Sherlock Holmes was poison, but I don't think that's right because that N doesn't fit in the right place.
I mean, you could do poison there, but then you
Yeah,
just-
Then what's
and-
that? Right. Yeah, that's not
we're
right.
gonna, you know what? We're just gonna make a new rule, Chris. You can leave blank squares. Blank squares are
That would
totally
make it-
allowable.
that would make it a heck of a lot easier, Deb. All right, let me just go through the downs here, Sam, and
Sure.
just see if anything jumps out. So I'm pretty good through 7, but what's 8?
8, we've got a dojo master.
Ah,
All I
It
think of
means teacher.
is Karate Kid.
Yeah.
Let's see, slightly smoke. Okay, number 1 starter. Thank you to Evan for making these somewhat sports related. I assume that is ACE, ACE.
Wonderful. We're on
Okay.
the same wavelength. And
Yeah,
I'm
that's
very,
really helpful.
very happy.
More sports, the better
Absolutely.
for me.
Yeah.
Let's see.
It's called-
Nicole Xavier's contributed a couple of
Please.
solutions. Let's see. I'm scrolling back because this is going kind of quickly. 34 across is story arc.
Oh, narrative through multiple TV episodes.
Story arc,
Good
really
one.
good.
Thank
funny
you,
answer.
Nicole.
That is
That
amazing.
buys us a lot of real estate. And she also says that 26 down is Kelly.
Where are
What was
we?
it, 26.
Classic
Hmm.
leading lady.
I
don't
would not
know
have known
about
that.
one.
Well, I don't know if that's right.
Well, because
I don't know.
then what is break? If that's a K, what is break?
I think we're
I
gonna
mean,
need
it could
to
be
look at that.
it could be like take a break, or it could be break something. I don't know that.
Also,
Claire I'm sorry to jump in. Claire Rayford says 8 down is sensei, which means teacher in Japanese.
Yes, indeed.
that's the one.
There
The
you go.
dojo master is the sensei. So that's an S in what we think might be poison.
Huh,
But
Yeah, that.
it
But-
looks right.
What's 8 across again, Sam?
common recyclable. You might have enough letters now.
Yeah,
Yep.
There are a lot of multi-word answers in this puzzle.
Oh, okay.
Might help.
I wish it did.
Well, that's about, what is
how
that
about-
14 down?
So is 18
Which one?
across, Sam? Is 18 across new agey?
You got it. That's
Okay.
just a crazy answer.
Well, I thought new age, but then okay, every once in a while I think I'm wrong and I'm like, that wouldn't work. But then see, that's one thing that I do like people about crossword puzzles is it's not just like words you've never heard of.
That's right.
That's one thing
Exactly.
that I
And,
think-
and
that's
some
one
of
thing
them
that
are really lively. I mean, I like new agey as an entry.
Yeah,
We've
and
got-
I think that those are my favorite ones. Are ones that it doesn't. Sometimes it in the past. I've been doing these for forever since I was like in college at least. And
Okay.
at times, and I think it was probably I was doing a lot of Saturday ones, but it would be like 18th century Russian ballerina, and I was like,
Yep. And I'm
Well,
surprised
we're not going to
you
do
know
that
that.
one.
Yeah. So, Chris, Marilyn Johnson's providing you with a clue for 26 down. And her clue is, I want to be alone.
That clue would
That's
only
not
help
the
me.
That's not a
I
clue
know
for
we're
you.
not in politics, but when you said Ivanka, I thought of Ivanka Trump.
No,
Now,
no,
I'm,
no, no, no.
now I'm all down that road.
Yeah. But and Allison Gordon says 33 down is matcha, which
Yes.
is also a great
Matcha.
answer.
Allison Gordon, by the way, my producer at CNN, who is the best, proud
Excellent.
graduate of Brown University.
Hey,
Wow.
Yes, go Bears.
go Bears.
What is 32 across where? Okay, that's Omaha.
It is
Very
Omaha.
good.
Somewhere in the middle of America. I know that one because of the Counting Crows.
David Scott Pierce has a hint for you for 8 across.
Okay.
He says, I'm thirsty, I want a cold drink, and sometimes it comes in.
Oh, soda can.
There you
Boom,
go.
got
Thank
it.
you, David. 14 down. House call. Is it nay? N-A?
Yeah.
House
Okay.
with a capital H.
Oh, and I should have gotten this one right off the bat. 50 Shades of Grey then is erotica.
Erotica.
That's
Whoops.
right.
That gives
And-
us
and the
SIG for
reason-
smoke.
For
Yeah.
people who are watching, the reason nay is nay and not something a doctor makes is because we have that question mark there. That means that there's wordplay happening, and the house call is actually what you might hear pulled out in the House of Representatives.
That one, so I'm getting my wife into these. She was initially dismissive and said that crosswords were just for nerds, so which I said is perfect for me.
I'd like to see her say that to Will Short's face.
But she exactly. What she has gotten into is I've explained to her, like, if it's a question mark, it's very unlikely to be a totally straightforward. Like, there's little,
Exactly.
Okay, so 9 down is Oreos. I think.
One way to clue it.
The
I would-
official cookie of the New York Times crossword.
I was just looking behind me because, like a year ago, someone knowing my love, I used to eat. This was back in my 30s when I could do this. I used to eat a whole sleeve, like one whole row of Oreos during a debate as like a fun thing to do. And someone got me a thing that is like a turntable for record, but you put Oreos on it. It's made by Oreo. You put Oreos on it and it makes different sounds. It's truly the greatest gift.
Oh no, I'm
think
going
my
straight
children
to
have
the
watched
Google
it.
machine after this.
So well, let's go around. We've got Allison Gordon is crushing this and says 27 down is ahead.
Leading is ahead.
That's right. Okay, so what's 26 across then?
Well, we're not there yet, but Nicole Xavier says 38 across could be prey, Prey.
Sighting from a crow's nest. So I like that, except the interesting little studies of crows. There's a hyphen here for crow's nest.
Exactly.
Yes,
So you know that it's not going to be referring to the literal crow's nest.
that's right.
Not something that a crow might be hunting. It's a different kind of crow's nest, but that's a great guess.
So is 34 down slobs, Sam?
Yes, it is
Okay.
slobs.
Now that should help us
Absolutely.
with the acrosses.
So there's your sighting from the crow's nest with L. Do a favor for with O. Rude one in an audience with B. And then disseminate with S.
Disseminate. Is disseminate? I was gonna say, is it SOW, but I'm not sure that it is.
I like that. I
Okay.
like that. Let's put it in there. That O might actually help us with 35
Right.
down. You know that?
Off limits. So the
Oh,
problem there is I thought it would be something 2, but I doubt 46 across is going to be BT.
now Valeria
Bored does not
Jeffrey
fit there,
thinks-
does it?
sorry?
Rude one in an audience. Bored? No, that's too short. Yeah. Okay,
Close.
sorry, Deb.
No.
Go ahead.
Remember also, Chris, that did you say board for that one?
No, I said boor, BOOR, but it doesn't fit.
Interestingly,
Oh, right.
they're
right.
very close in terms of the actual letters in the answer. You're very, very
Oh,
close.
it's Booer.
It is Booer.
Yeah,
Nice.
exactly.
Yep,
I was
yep.
trying
Now,
to see if I
Aaron
could-
Daniels has a hint for you for 38 across, blank hoe.
38 across. Land, Land.
Boom.
Yep. Okay. I am in the middle. Okay, wait, 35. Let's do 35 before I distract myself.
No, you
Off limits is taboo.
taboo.
Great, good job.
This
Do a
one's tough
favor
clue.
for.
We're being told that we are getting off the track for our cromulent ratio, Sam. So
Oh dear.
There are so many cromulent answers. In this.
Exactly.
Sure.
I mean,
Might
this
have
is
been
the
cromulent
essence of
guesses.
cromulence.
Guesses. See, excellent. We say cromulent, Chris, once a stream. Just
It's the great,
we,
truly
Devin and I always
greatest,
fist bump.
truly cromulent.
Truly
we
cromulent.
get paid by the cromulent.
There's nothing wrong with that. Why can't I not get 36 down unless I have something wrong?
It's a tough clue. This is a
Up
very,
just
very
a
tough
little.
clue.
Well, let's put it this way: if you've turned it up just a little, how
Like the
How-
AC
where to
for
be
the
or
burn.
a stove?
On
That's
low.
right.
It's
There
on
you go.
low. Again, tough clue. That's
That's the hard.
whatever.
I literally thought the word. Trying to figure out whether on toe could possibly be.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay,
It's
so
a valid
42
answer.
across then is oblige.
It
I
is
think.
oblige.
Very
Mhm.
good. Got
So-
it.
How about this one? Here's a groaner.
Subpar. See, that's a great one. So it's birdie.
It is a bird.
Exactly. Now,
Got
can you explain why something like subpar performance is not, say, a Yelp review, but
Yeah. All right. So question mark. So you know it's going to be, as my wife says, one of those smart alecky ones, which I,
That's Will. Will's
I say.
I like your wife.
I always tell her that the smart alecky ones are the reason that I do it. So you know it's going to be something. And my kids are trying to get involved. So I always say it's not going to be the obvious thing, and obviously one below par in golf is a birdie. So that makes
Right. So
You got it.
subpar.
subpar.
This looks crazy.
Wow.
Yeah, I know.
What's wrong?
But we know birdie is right. I guess icy could be wrong, but it fits everything else. So it seems
What
like
if we try those two short down clues? 30
Yeah.
down delinquent,
late late.
right?
And be off base.
Huh.
Something we really
Is it
haven't.
air ERR?
It is air. That shows up all the time. We on the
Okay.
editing side struggle to find new ways to clue this answer.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think air I've seen in like now obviously I do it every day, but I've
Yeah.
seen it in like 5 out of the last 7. So I'm like, aha.
You're onto it. That and Oreos. We have so much trouble coming up with new clues for Oreos, but I'm
It's
just
just
gonna go,
such a
you know,
good word because there's so many for a crossword, there's so many vowels in it.
cookies that come with a turntable on which
Yeah,
to
there
eat
you
them
go.
during a debate.
I would know that, but very few other people. Okay, so 29 part of the Constitution establishing the
It's okay. It's okay.
really the one that if I look through you would think I would be able to get.
Yeah, you
No
know
worries.
what?
This
You
is
know
not.
The thing is, Chris, this is a really interesting combination of letters, don't you think?
Yes. And so then I thought, is it Roman numerals? But it's not.
It's not. So
It
maybe
might be,
something else is
but
going
not this
on.
part.
Maybe something else is going on.
Is it? The only thing I can think of is like IC being ISEE rather than just just the letters. But I don't think.
Well, that's one type of a puzzle theme that we would call a rebus. What if I told you that this is the kind of theme that I actually call an anti-rebus? It's not a rebus in the sense that there's more than one letter in a square. And Piano Man agrees. He says there is a gimmick afoot.
Yes,
It
obviously.
would be
I don't know.
letters
It's not actually
missing
foot, it's more
altogether.
of a puzzle. But
Oh.
I think we should move on, honestly.
Right.
I want to make sure we don't let this out of the
People-
bag.
Right. I like to.
People are-
Sam, you have to be more like me and just fixate on one for like 45 minutes to stare at it.
That's
Sure, I do the same thing.
it's your puzzle. You're allowed to solve it however you want. However, we have a time limit.
Yes.
So
Is 37 across snared?
It is snared.
Okay.
there you go.
Wonderful.
Let's so 26. So okay, so we now classic leading lady is not Kelly then, right? So
would not be Kelly.
Not on Swedish postage.
okay, 41 across is T-bar.
It is T-bar,
There
another
you
answer
go.
that shows up all the time.
And the
Father
break,
is Padre, 28
Father is
down.
Padre.
right? And 26 across now. Can you solve that for break?
That's tough, honestly.
Because,
Yeah.
if you think of it,
I'm going through the letters.
Always a
okay,
good
It's not,
strategy.
it's not rap. Oh,
no,
okay, so it's G. It's Gap, and then
yeah,
26 down is
exactly.
Garbo.
Now do you have enough letters to get 26
Garbo.
down?
Yep.
Very good.
Good. Okay, that makes sense. Sure. All right, what's
Short with
47?
diagram.
I don't go to any. I really try to avoid all business meetings at all costs. I'm like the worst person for that one. Let's see.
Same. Don't tell my coworkers.
Yeah.
Sorry, Joe.
Name online dating. How long is that?
Where are we here?
59
59.
down. Sorry, Sam.
Kimberly,
good.
oh,
Oh, crossover.
Kimberly guessed that 28 down was daddy, which is a great guess, Kimberly, except
Formula
that,
wise.
and it definitely would fit. It's okay to make a guess and make a mistake, though. That's what I always say. That's what the delete key or the eraser is for.
That's one thing that I've learned,
Right.
Deb, that I really like about doing it online, actually, is I feel less bad about writing a guess in because it's so easily taken back.
Yeah, and not only that, as I like to say, less blood, less erasures.
Yeah.
Right? You don't make as much of a mess.
Was Carl Reiner the voice in Up? Is 67 across?
Oh man, may he rest in
Close.
peace. That was so.
I know. Shoot, I'm. He's on my mind because he obviously
Yeah.
just passed.
Exactly.
The character's name would not be in the clue though if it was Carl.
That's right. That's where I got. You're totally right. I got confused. The guy's name is Carl. I'm always crying during the beginning of that movie because of the damn montage where his wife getting sick kills me every time.
I know.
What is 39 across, Sam?
39 across. Con.
Bruce Ardon has 61 down for us if you'd like to know.
Yes, let me do 39 across is trick.
It is trick.
But I definitely want all the help I can get, Deb.
Okay,
what
not a
do we have?
problem. He says 61 down is CIA.
It is, and what a crazy clue.
And I love that.
Oh,
That is the sculpture Kryptos, which is still only 3/4 of the way solved. People have not solved the fourth part of it yet.
that is literally a I couldn't throw a baseball and hit it, but there are people who could throw a baseball and hit the CIA from where I live.
Okay.
Is 56 down NYPD?
It is NYPD.
Very good.
No,
The
And
kids
a
are big-
shout out to our friends at Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Yes. My kids are big Terry Crews fans, not because of Brooklyn Nine-Nine, but because of America's Got Talent, which they
There you
love.
Well, Terry Crews made his full name debut in the New York Times crossword the other day, so you can look in our.
That's right.
archives and
Yes,
see
I got that one.
Yes.
fun puzzle. Terry Crews
now,
symmetric to the
Kimberly-
chronic.
Kimberly can help you with the up clue.
Oh,
Okay, good. Please.
She says that it's Ed Asner.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
interesting.
You said they have a lot of 2-word answers.
Yes.
Pro
What's
tip,
so funny
if
is
you want-
Carl in Up looks like Ed Asner.
Yes. Absolutely.
If you want your children to become famous and show up in a lot of crosswords, give them names like Ed or Asner.
Yes.
Exactly.
Because
Put
they're
a lot
so
of
friendly
vowels
to
in there.
constructors.
Well,
Carl
has a lot of weird letters in it, but Z is not great for a crossword puzzle.
Exactly.
Let's see. Okay, so 60 across is kid, KID, I think.
You got it? This
Mhm.
is weird.
Oh. Oh, okay. It's we for sure. W.
Very good.
You got it?
But I don't know. I know there was a clue recently that was we, or an answer that was we, you, WI.
Yeah, that was
you.
insane.
That was
You
that's
got it.
cruel.
Yeah, it was like up in the upper left box. I struggled with that one.
And
All
it
right,
crossed Kristen Wiig, so it was W I
yes,
blank.
and I was like, I remember going over it multiple times, being like, it has to be Kristen Wiig. Like it doesn't make sense.
It looks fun. I love it
What
like that.
about this with the KC in this?
I assume that's OK Cupid.
It is
Very
OK
good.
Cupid.
I was married before dating sites existed, but at least I know that. Okay,
So that gives us O.
let's see what 55 down doesn't remember the words say. Hums.
You got
There
it.
you go.
Okay.
So we with an M.
43
Company
down.
with a great deal of advertising with another. It's
Groupon.
another smart alecky clue.
That's
What is it?
Groupon, right?
That is Groupon.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay.
We.
I have a Nintendo Switch
Well,
downstairs.
it's kind of a portmanteau.
Yeah, it's clever.
It is a clever one. I've been hit by a few of them.
As long as you didn't hit yourself by accident. I did that growing up.
Let's see, 49 across. Then again in text.
Text
OTOH.
OTOH.
I'm
What is
great.
this wacky
I'm great
looking?
at text again because Allie Gordon, who has helped us on this puzzle, is 22 years old. So I've really, or 23. So I've really become an expert in deciphering like text things that she's like, you of course know what that means, and I have to like look it up.
I use for them in the column to help people learn them, like TIL for Today I Learned, and we have to explain it because we always have new readers coming in going, what is TIL?
Yes,
Don't tell Will, but I'm still teaching him TLDR.
Oh,
yes. That's my of my existence as someone who writes for a living. When people say TLDR, I'm like, oh gosh, it was too long.
right.
Is opposite of original 50 down, Sam? Is it trite?
It is trite.
Very good.
We're one letter off. And then there's hey, say.
Okay, so I assume that hey, say. That has to, well, it doesn't have to, but I assume that's a vowel, that letter that you got there.
Captain Rome has it for you if you need some help.
Is it we moto?
Oh,
with an
I typed the
O?
right one by accident. Sorry.
I get it. We mote. I see what we did.
Yeah.
Your Wiimote.
Very
I
good.
get it. Dang it.
And thank you, Paxton, for the help.
Hey, say. What's 55 across? Well,
And
I love Douglas Adams, Hitchhiker Guide to the Galaxy.
This is my
The
favorite book
ultimate
in the world.
question.
I only can think of Dolphin right now, and of course that's it.
That comes later on.
Right. All right. So what's 62? Sure. Oh, these are harder here because they're a little bit longer. Johannes Gutenberg for one. Witchcraft, or what each block of 3 black squares in this puzzle represent. Oh,
We've come to a.
We were hiding it from you.
okay. So then I'm going back. The bane of my existence, 29 across. So that would mean that potentially, and you guys correct me, does that mean that the black square could then that you were highlighting, does that, it's article, that's ART, right?
There you go.
got it.
You did it.
Okay. Well,
So
then
instead of ickle the answer really is Article 2.
yes. Okay.
I hope we catch this one, Deb. This was great.
I've never seen one like that.
It's wild, right?
This
And there's more.
This is awesome.
Is that common?
Not common, but it is really cool when the constructor can pull it off beautifully, like Evan did.
So be on the lookout for all those 3-letter bars.
So
in this grid, or these 3 black square bars in this grid.
Okay, so that then means that 20 across is poison with an I? No.
Close.
What is slightly?
2 words.
Yeah, it's 2 words. Slightly at.
It's so tough to see with this.
Evan is thrilled that you got the
I'm thrilled that I got it. So if this is poison, okay, it's not. Sorry, I'm pointing at my screen to try to make
it.
That's helpful.
Is it poison dart?
You got it.
Okay.
Wonderful.
That's
Poison dart.
So we
Article
see
2.
that once again, the letters ART are hidden under the black squares, and there's a reason for that. There's a reason for that. We're going to get to it.
Because witchcraft. It is a.
There's another way to say witchcraft.
We'll
I'm
keep
sure
working.
there
No,
is.
no
And we're
worries.
going to get there. We're going to get there.
Okay, so
Evan says, you got this. You're there. You're almost there.
White hot right now.
so that means that 21 down is artificial heart.
It is 2 of them.
So
Good
that-
for you.
Evan, that
Oh,
was, that
okay.
blew our
All right.
minds. when
Isn't
we
that
saw
elegant?
okay?
I think that's a really nice touch to Evan's puzzle.
man, that is hard.
Yes.
also
And it
intersects.
intersects all the other ones.
Yeah. Not easy to do, speaking
No.
from the constructor side.
No, my admiration for people who construct puzzles is beyond belief, because I'm like, I try to do the little, the Times app has the like 3x3, and I'm like, could I do it 3x3?
Yeah. The minis, yes, 5x5.
Yeah, 5x, right? Like, could I
Right.
do that? Like, okay, so then what's 44 across, Sam? I feel like we should.
Mhm. Numerical trio.
So that's area code.
A
Very
vague
good.
clue.
Marilyn Johnson agrees with you.
Distort is skew.
Skew.
Good.
This back to
Bring
our
home,
business
Chris.
meeting, Chris.
You got this.
If we assume the diagram at a business meeting, flow chart.
You got it. It looks
Okay.
so weird.
There you go.
Floach.
Yeah,
You got
exactly.
Equal to floach, poisoned,
I
and
get to a
official
lot of
king.
meetings that were floach. So
Anytime somebody says, literally, let me just pull up this PowerPoint, I immediately press enter.
yeah.
The reason that I do what I do is to be in as few meetings as possible.
Right.
45 down, I think, is ACT, A-C-T.
It is.
Very good.
Ankle bones. Well, I've broken them.
That's tough.
Yeah. Because my normal thought with any bone that starts with a T would be tibia, but that's
Yeah, right.
right.
And remember that that's a plural. So it
So
might
there's an S on the end there.
well, yes, but
In theory.
however,
In theory.
because there's always a however, that word happens to be in Latin. So because it's the Latin name for ankle bones,
Ah,
so it will end in something different. Your theory is correct,
yeah.
but however,
Ends in this.
it will end in an I instead of an S.
I literally took 13 years of Latin, so that's really depressing. Sorry,
That's
every
okay.
Latin teacher I ever had.
Evan said, Chris, getting to be in as few meetings as possible is another good reason to construct crosswords.
Yes, that's
Like,
true.
you can do that. You can tell your producer, I'm sorry, I cannot come to your meeting.
Yeah,
right now.
exactly.
I'm busy constructing a crossword.
I mean, I do that all the time.
47 down. Hey, say.
Now that's literal hey. Not the
not
word
Say, hey,
Folder.
kid.
It's
Or
not
yeah.
folder.
You say
Fodder.
It is
Good job.
fodder.
good.
Then what do we have here? Can we remember his name?
No, we can't. Like literally, it's a blank space.
Well,
It
remember,
is.
remember that we have a theme going on here, and you've already figured it out.
So it's something. Oh, okay. Arthur Dent.
That's
Good
the one.
job.
Boom.
Yeah, okay.
I
Yeah,
couldn't remember
thank
his
you.
last name either.
I
so-
should look, Deb, to your point, I should look at any one that has 3 black spaces and think that.
That's right.
The problem is we just got them all now.
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah.
Well, it's all downhill from here, Chris.
Okay. So
We
let's
still have
see.
to get the eye-popping reveal too, which explains,
Yes.
constructors can do all these crazy.
Oh, I
39
know
things.
it. I think
What
I
do you
know
got?
it.
Go for it.
Is it
Tell us.
dark art?
It is dark. art.
Very
You just
good.
solved the
Art
puzzle.
is dark in the 3 black clues.
Because they're in the black squares. That's right.
That's
That
gonna help us
that
so
is
much.
awesome.
Isn't that brilliant?
It's so
Evan, that's
glowing. I
brilliant.
just spilled water on my shirt. I got so excited.
That's okay. It's I think that this is a reason to push through to the Thursday puzzles because I mean you will see clever things in earlier in the week, but they tend to be more straightforward. And I think that you're more likely to see this on a Wednesday or a Thursday. Friday and Saturday, of course, are run with no themes.
Dude,
Mostly.
Saturday.
Always a mostly.
Saturday is impossible. When I see the 12 letter clue number 1 up top, I'm like, well, it's gonna be tough.
That's the best part about them.
Sam,
that's
is
what makes-
52 down Rasta?
It is Rasta.
It is.
Okay.
Nasty look. Mary something Evans. We're still working on that. Title turned down by Stephen Hawking. We now have the R.
It's got to be Sir, right?
Yes.
He was knighted or offered to be knighted.
Mm-hmm. The Gutenberg of the Gutenberg Press.
Is okay, so that's printer.
That is
Very
printer.
good.
And I think 62 is yes, I see.
Uh-huh. So you did see from earlier, even though you're trying IC here.
And
I
You
see
are,
was also
okay,
on the
so
phone.
this is another one. There has been a lot of inert gas clues. So the last couple of weeks, I've seen a lot of inert gas clues. That has to be then Anne.
That is Anne.
Right.
We got one last
Sneer.
letter.
Sneer.
We're done.
Look at you. Look at you. Yeah. You did today. Now let's open it up again, Sam, and we're going to talk a little bit about the theme again because this was just awesome. We have a puzzle that looks like a regular, normal crossword puzzle, but you gotta
but it is Thursday.
Anything. There are 4 dark art answers in here.
5. Don't forget the cross.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry.
That's part.
That's right, 5. So sometimes a constructor can be particularly sneaky and they can hide letters under the black squares. Now that's usually done for a reason. It's going to have something to do with darkness or something being black. In this case, we have at 20 across, we have a poison dart. So ART in dart is under the black squares. We've got Article 2. ART is again hidden under the black squares. Dropping down, we've got that flow chart, which we hope to never see again. And we've got Arthur Dent from Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. He was the protagonist. And the thing that I think is most elegant about this puzzle is 21 down, the life-saving prosthetic is, this is a double one, an artificial heart with art under the black squares at both ends. I think that's amazing. And it plunges right through all of the theme clues.
We also have Jackass and New Agey and Chris's favorite corn dogs. They're Cupid, remote. Dope puzzle.
We're really
and there's not one 18th century prima ballerina.
Exactly. And we have that revealer, which is a synonym for witchcraft, which is dark art, and explains why the letters ART are hidden under the black squares.
Cool.
Just a shout out to Amos2657, who says it's his first time watching. Welcome to you to Crosswords Live. And he says, this puzzle was so much fun, and I don't do Thursday very often. Well, you know what?
Change it.
We're inviting you to come on in. We do this every Thursday, and this is where I personally feel the week starts to get really cool.
We have some pretty cool guests here on Crosswords Live.
And we do, yes. And most especially Chris Cillizza, who's been very patient with us.
I honestly, it's a giant thrill. I can't tell you. I've been doing that crossword for years. I graduated from doing easier ones to these now, and right at the start of the quarantine, I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna spring for the crosswords. Like I'm gonna pay for it because I use it so often. I love it. I think it's good for your brain. I am now doing it every single day, which has been good.
Best way to get better.
This, so that I wasn't totally off, but I love it. I do it every day. I think it's a really good addiction and habit to have.
Absolutely. And you know what?
Did.
It's it's always better when you solve together. There's a huge community out
Yeah.
there where you can solve with people and ask questions and learn how to be a better solver, and also just to help lift you up and make you feel better for having put in all the work and practice. So I think it's terrific. Now, quick question here, Chris.
Yes.
Do you play spelling bee?
No, you know what's so funny, Deb, is on my phone.
You just
right here,
stab
like,
down
right,
in the heart.
right before I got on,
Yeah.
I got a thing from Wordplay because I, get emails, and it said, if you love crosswords, you'll love spelling bee. And I thought, well, do I need to add another thing? And
I feel you.
that's always my danger. Is like my personality is such that I'm sure I would love it. It's just
Yes.
I have to maintain this day job that I have, so maybe
Right.
I'll dip a toe into the water.
Okay. And honestly, I think it's a great game to play with your kids.
Oh, really? Okay, awesome.
It's edited so that the words are mostly fairly common. So it's not like you need a lot of specialized knowledge. So if your kids are preteen or teens, um, it's a terrific thing. I started playing. My kids are young adults, and I started playing with them too, and now they're addicted.
You know what's so funny? I was just thinking when you were talking about how it's fun to do it as a team or with other people. I do that with my wife and even my kids. Like they're always every day they're looking for. They're like, "Are there any clues you think we can get?" And my wife.
That's how most people start puzzling, is they pick it up from a loved one.
I started with the baseball and the Star Wars. How
Right,
about
and
that?
my wife was right. They would get Jacob.
Yeah.
And my wife took French, so anytime there's a French like clue in there, I'm like, what's the
That would
word?
have helped me out so much.
Yeah.
I had to learn French through crosswords.
Yeah. To your point, Deb, it's like it is a communal experience, and I think it's for us who are always with young kids battling like the screen time.
Right.
It's like, well,
This is at least productive.
correct. Using your brain as
And
opposed to
fun.
playing Minecraft 40 hours a week.
Oh,
Sorry,
there's
Minecraft.
nothing wrong with Minecraft, Chris.
My wife, my kids. If it's up to my kids, Minecraft will be there. They're going to major in that. If there's a major in that, college,
when the quarantine started, did you know that there was a server on Minecraft where they started holding lessons, school lessons,
really?
curriculum, so that kids could go on and play and still be learning what they needed to learn in school. So I am all for Minecraft. I mean, say what you want, but I think there's a lot to learn there.
Well, I do. I mean, like as a child of The Sims, back in the day, like I'm there is not all video gaming is bad for you, as I tell my wife all the time after I bought a Switch for my kids. But I mean,
tell the truth. It's really for you.
Yeah, let's be honest. I still, my finest hour as a son ever, I think I was 12, so it would have been 1988 Father's Day. I convinced my mother that my dad really wanted an Atari 2600 for Father's Day. Really, my persuasive powers are unparalleled.
And you had a brilliant future ahead of you. You should have tried that one. Well, listen, I want to thank you so much for being here. This was a ton of fun. If you are interested, and I'm speaking to our viewers now, if you're interested in learning more about today's puzzle, please go to Wordplay. We are the daily column of the New York Times crossword puzzle. And please watch Chris Cillizza on CNN. Thank you again. And
I will literally do it anytime you ask.
Absolutely.
Good to know.
Come back anytime.
Thank you.
And this is Deb Amlen for the New York Times saying have a happy Thursday. We'll be back next week. And thank you for playing with us.
Thanks, everybody. Have a good one.